We've got about 40 minutes.
Oh, listen, I'm going to be asleep in about 10 minutes, I'm telling you.
You look like you've had a rough day. Rough day of stand building.
I've done nothing. I've literally sorted all of that out, and I'm proper battered. Seriously. But I'm here.
Anyway, everyone, welcome to Reef Community Worldwide. We've got Reef King, What is Reef, and Chris Roast from Roast is Reef. Because he likes to spit roast.
So I am concerned.
Right, I'm going to unmute you, Chris. Let's see if you've got interference still. Yep. So Chris has been muted again.
Did he try and say something? Get him to try and say something. See if it
he needs to put his headphones in, I think.
Where's Ar?
Asleep.
I'm not
Staying asleep. We was meant to ring him at 10 o'clock to wake him up, and we forgot.
Yeah.
Hello, Craig.
Chris, put some headphones in.
What's up, T?
Oh. Right, I've had to mute Chris. Chris, I've had to mute you until you put some headphones in or something, because all I can hear is like a real bad rattling noise coming from your headphones.
Whoop-a-ha. That must be what that really bad noise is in the background. It must be that whip. It must be the whip constantly going off.
It's Chris. Look, as soon as you mute him, it stops. Look, can you hear it?
Yeah.
Chris, you need to sort it out, because genuinely, it's really bad.
You know what it is? He's got one of them dodgy Samsung phones, isn't he?
Yeah, that's the one.
Stupid Android.
Anyway, go on.
Cheers for sorting them lights out for me.
That's all right, brother.
I mean, I'm going to go for them eco-tech things. I mean, because I was thinking about the hydras. Now, bear in mind, I've got 10 foot of tanks here. It's going to cost me an absolute fortune.
Yeah, I was thinking the hydra more for your little Red Sea tank.
No, I'm going to get shot at that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not surprised.
No, I mean, I've got all the other stuff. I can't have loads of them. I like them all in one place, but I'll probably get shot at that and use that money towards putting towards corals or whatever, something. To be honest with you.
Well, the thing is, mate, you can't go wrong with the Radions. You love them.
Well, I've done a little read up on them, and they reckon they're really good. But they do reckon, correct me if I'm wrong here, that the Kessel 360s are really good as well.
They are, yeah. That's what I mean. I've got one of them as well, and they are really good lights.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I was thinking about maybe getting. I mean, I had the Kessel A80s, and I found them a little bit too not bright enough. But then they are for nano tanks, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm thinking I might take the 360 off you.
Yeah, if you want it.
Then just go for a load of them on one tank. I mean, the softy tank and LPS tank, it ain't gonna need loads and loads and loads of light. When I get my dominant SPS tank, if I don't kill it all, then we're gonna need some proper power on there, won't we? Really?
Yeah. Well, you can't go wrong with the Radions.
But that's what I mean, and I mean, I don't know 100% on this one, but I reckon I'll get away with on a 5 foot. Would I get away with 3 of them?
What, XR30s or 15s?
15s, but that's pushing it, and it 15s.
Well, it's quite a shallow tank. You get their shallow tanks, didn't they?
Yeah, they've got just short of a 2 foot spread, a 15.
Yeah, you probably will. You'll probably be all right.
Yeah, well, that's what I was thinking. Like I say, I ain't going too mad with the SPS thing, but I was thinking 3 on the 5 foot. And the little frag tank is more going to be softies in there, because I sort of know what I'm doing with them, to be honest with you. And I might put two, maybe 3 of the 360s on there. But I mean, that still adds up. If you add all that up, that's not cheap, man. No,
the good thing at the minute is because the X is out. The Kessel was it 360X or whatever. The I think they're A360s. I can't remember now, but they've dropped quite a bit in price. You can pick them up for sort of between 180 and 250, depending on how sort of new they are and what comes with them.
Yeah,
so they have dropped a bit. So you could probably find someone doing a deal on a couple of them, and you'll be able to get them with a good deal or something.
Yeah, well, what was it?
Let me just hold you there.
Yeah, I've just seen that.
Ailey has just thrown in a super chat. Ailey, thank you very much, Ailey. that'll go in my pot for my new chair. So, I mean, I'll get a nice call. I'll call it Ailey's Rainbows. Thank you, Ailey.
Right. Anyway, go on. Sorry.
I need a new chair. This one's got dog juice all over it.
No. I mean, to be perfectly honest with you, and I've got to be realistic at the moment. And like I say, I ain't piping on about it, but at the present time, it's tight. You know, the work. Right, I'll be honest with you. The work was really busy, and then it's just like real strange. It's just like stopped instantly, which is unknown for me, to be honest with you. So I can't go bananas. And to be honest with you, when I took the tanks down there, I don't. This is me being a bit OCD. I do like the rimless, nice-looking ones, but I'm thinking, you know what, I've got to use these for now. I love that dog, man. That dog's stunning. And I've just got to go sort of not trying to make it look the absolute nuts, because it ain't gonna happen that way. Do you know what I mean? So I'm gonna.
No, the thing is, if it's a frag farm, it don't have to look. Amazing. It's just got to be fit for purpose, innit?
Well, that's why when I was going to do it before, I literally picked up the two. I had a 4 foot by 2 foot by 12 inches high, 2 frag tanks, and they was like rimless, looking really nice. But it's too finicky, and like the wife says, she says you can't be too finicky. It's not a display tank, and I'm like, but it's hard because that's just the way. If that's the way you are, then that's the way you are. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
I'm like, you know what? It's a frag farm with maybe a tiny little display, little one, so over in the corner.
Yeah, just something for you to enjoy in the corner, so you can make look nice. You know what I mean? Keep the rest of it for, doing what it's meant to be done.
Yeah, hang on. Esther's here. Esther's here.
Who?
We've not seen Esther.
Who's Esther?
We've not seen Esther in ages, would it?
No, yeah.
Welcome back, Esther. The thing is, Reef King, we've been doing this, like, this channel was open years and years and years ago. But then I just stopped doing anything, and people are coming back.
Well,
you know what I mean?
You said there was someone on Aaron's, and I was thinking, I don't know anyone. I didn't even know Cruz. I felt a bit bad on that one. I told my missus, I said, Cruz, he's like up there. He's like really up there. She went, you didn't know him? I went, nah, I felt real bad. But I'm still a newbie, aren't I?
Yeah, you got Mark here, Mark SPS Reef. If it wasn't for the old school, you wouldn't be here tonight. He's right. He's right. The thing is, Reef King, the guy there, that Mark SPS Reef there in the chat, right?
Yeah, I can't see the chat on my phone for some reason.
All right, well, he stocked my tank back up when it crashed.
Yeah, but that's
But he didn't stock it up with shit corals, he stocked it up with iron corals. Do you know what I mean?
But that's what this hobby's pretty good for that. I mean, I sorted my mate out ages ago with a load of leather. I had tons of levers and loads of Xenia growing, and I just give him a load. And now he said to me, this is what makes this real good. He went to me, listen, man, when you get them up, he said, I've got loads of that Xenia you can have. But I know people don't like Xenia. I don't mind it personally, but he said, man, I've got loads you can have bits and bobs in there. I appreciate it. Do you know what I mean? I think that's really good.
Yeah.
I don't know about SPS, but
he did say he was coming to my house tonight to drop something off, but he didn't. That means he's just a little bit of a cunt. But that is all right. It was something free that he's going to give me, so can't see anything.
He would have come round, Paul, but he had people wandering about in his garden.
Yeah. Do you know what? I don't think Mark's ever charged me for anything that he's given me, ever. Even though I rang him up and said, Mark, I want some of this, he's going, all right. I'm like, how much? He goes, nothing. You know what I mean? So, there you go. 2 syringes. That's what he was bringing. He was bringing some syringes. Do you know 10 mil syringes with it?
Oh, yeah.
You know, for the Anna thing. So you literally can get 10 mil, bang it in. And it's all easy peasy. And that's what he just said, 2 syringes less now. That's nice, isn't it? Should have kept my mouth shut.
I've got one of them, but I see when I use it, it just gives me nothing but bubbles. There's all bubbles in the test tube thing, so I don't bother. I just dunk it in the tank.
Yeah, no, I don't. I get it because I like it nice and clean and dry and that. Do you know what? I've got this. I'm trying to sit here talking, and all I've got is this. Look, hovering to get on my knee.
Is Chris still muted?
Yeah.
I'm muting. See what happens.
Who's Chris?
Chris.
He's one of
the best reapers going. What is? Stop laughing.
Oh, no, Jenny just told a joke. Jenny just told a joke.
That's nasty, Paul.
Why are you being,
Sorry, Jenny.
why are you being sarcastic for?
Oh, you actually sound all right now, Chris.
Look, another
man.
Londoner.
Yeah. So, Chris.
Oh, you're meeting tomorrow, Cole. He's coming with me tomorrow.
Oh yeah. Like I said to you, if you wanted to come out here for a cup of tea, I'm 15 minutes away. You're more than welcome if for a break. Because if you're driving from London, it's going to be a good hour from where you are, isn't it? Not more.
Yeah,
Chris,
it
you
normally
need to
takes
fucking mute
it
yourself.
takes me about half hour, 40 minutes, depending on the like the 406 and the M11 is. But
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. You're going to jib on there and come up. No, I'll meet you there. Just let me know. But what I'm going to do tomorrow is I literally finished all them stands about 8 o'clock from this morning. Picked up everything, all the wood, dropped them down to the old man's, which is an hour away. Unloaded them. My mum, bless her, she's 78. She said, "I'll give you a hand with the tank." I said, "You ain't lifting no tank."
You should have gone like that. Yeah, go on then. You get that end.
I'll put the kettle on. You grab the tank.
My dad come out of his dressing gown. I said, "What are you doing? It's a bit late." I said, "I need to get going." He went, "All right, I'll make you a drink," and he sodded off. So I
was going to say, does your house have Starbucks in the front of it?
Nah.
I wouldn't want to have a coffee from you then. He only has coffee from Starbucks. In fact, no. His wife, Jenny, gets them from Starbucks. Don't you, Jenny?
Yeah, every day.
Yeah, so I've got to crack on tomorrow. I'll come down, I'll say hello, and I'll just have a little bush and see what Zoe's he's got floating about. And
no worries.
I'll make my way back round here.
I've just got to wait for my wife to get back from taking my daughter out, which will be about 11, half 11, and then I'll leave.
Yeah, that's all right. Like I say, it's only 15 minutes away from me, so I can pop
Right,
down.
there's a message here for you, Carl. I hope you're giving your dad some spends for the lecky.
Do you know what? Tomorrow, what he said to me, because he's an electrician, my dad, and my brother. He went.
They're going to wire it up to the outside sockets, to the light outside.
Because he's got literally where the window is. It's like a big heater underneath. I said, "Dad, I don't think we can have the heater underneath. I have to move it over the other side." So he said to me, "What I'm going to do is going to get in there. He's going to put an extractor fan in there for me. He's going to move the radiator over to the other side, and then he's got." I can't say too much because it is his gaff. Do you know what I mean? He's got a picture of Harley Davidson thing. I said, "Dad, I don't can't really have that on there. Really, look a bit sore." And my mum said I pissed him off a bit, so he's got to take his Harley picture down. But my mum said, "You know, you're taking it down." So I feel a bit bad on that one, but there you go.
Give him a page 3 picture. He'll be happy.
We'll get going.
Chris, have you sorted some headphones out?
He won't move off his bed.
He's getting feedback off his phone, so that's what something's wrong there.
I ain't got a clue what it is. I've got nothing on.
I'll tell you what it is.
Got nothing on? Well, you're supposed to wear clothes while you're on a live stream. Jesus, Chris.
Dickhead.
Chris is naked streaming, people.
He's got his baby grow on. He's all right.
Yeah.
I've got my bib. I dribble too much.
That's because you're naked.
Yeah.
Carl, do you know in the WhatsApp group? Do you know all them pictures we keep putting on at dwarfs, little fat dwarfs dancing?
Yeah.
That's Chris.
I don't know. There's loads of names pop up. I only know a few of you. I've got one geezer chatting to me, and I ain't got a clue who he is. He's got no name though. He's just got a number.
Oh, that'll be Gal.
Gal, Colin.
You got Craig
or Andy.
Craig, Colin. Craig.
Who's JB?
JB Aquatics.
JB Aquatics.
He's always in Michael's stream. Yeah.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah,
JB Aquatics. You got Raven.
Yeah, I know, right. That's Colin or is it Craig?
And then you got
call me whatever you want, whatever rolls off the tongue easiest.
Yeah, whichever's first. Then you got Ayla, who's in the chat now.
Look, she says, "Cole, I'm Hayley."
Yeah. And then we're all good. That's everyone now. Oh, you got Super Yellow Tang. Super Yellow Tang's in the chat.
Yeah, that's Andy, isn't it?
Right.
That's Andy.
He's the one who's he's got a little nano tank, isn't he?
Yeah. Is it
Yeah, it's quite a nice tank.
Evolution
that.
Aqua or something? I think it is.
Yeah,
Isn't it?
it's all right. It's a nice little tank. I see him on Insta every now and then, and he says hello and bits and bobs.
Yeah.
He don't put loads of pictures up, but I said to him, "This tank's a tiny tank, man. I like it."
Yeah. Craig said, "Call him Colin."
Yeah, but there's another Colin on the thing, isn't there? There's a Colin Wood. Is it Colin Wood?
Yeah, that's him. That's him.
Is that
That's
him?
Raven. Yeah, that's Raven. Yeah.
Is that Raven?
Yeah.
Why don't you just put Raven? Just put Raven.
Well, but still, why don't you just put Craig?
Yeah, but then someone will call him Colin.
This is getting confusing now.
Yeah, well, I'll get O sending me Colin, Carl, all kinds of stuff, trying to wind me up. It ain't happening.
I'll tell you what it is. Craig, he's calling himself Colin for some strange reason.
No, I know what it is. It's Paul, it's you getting everyone to do it. That's what it is.
No, it's Woody. It's Woody. Woody called him the wrong name for ages, so now we just take the piss.
You know what? I think he was coming on the streams for the last 2 years or saying, and every time he come up, I thought it was someone that we knew from our Aqua Expo we done. And and I've got his number and everything. We talk in text every now and again. And whenever I see it, I just for some reason I thought that Flame Angel, that was his avatar. So whenever he come up, I was just going, "Hello, Craig, you all right, mate?" And it ended up being his Colin. So they must either have the same avatar, or I just got it well mixed up.
Oh, Larson, Mark Larson.
I had to turn the mute thing on your that WhatsApp seriously. Ding, 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 ding. I was like, it's driving me insane. I said,
we do like that.
I said, turn that proxy thing off. Do me head in. Ping, ping, ping. And some of the pictures, Paul. Some of the pictures. I like the what do you call it one? I'm knackered, so what's that one? Me and my little friend. What's his name? Oh,
the Gal said he took his painkillers.
I was gonna type something on there, but I thought, I'm not gonna. I thought that, but I did like it. It was pretty good.
Right, Ryan, I've got dinos back again. I hate this hobby sometimes. Keep your tank more dirtier. What it is these days, more people get. The thing is, do you know what, right, Woody? The first, it must be the first 7 years of being in this hobby, right? I never knew anyone who had dinos. You know what I mean? Now, recently, in the last 12 months, every fucker seems to have it because tanks are too clean.
Yeah, the hobby's evolved so much. There's so many different biological filtrations and this, that, and the other. Where years ago, you literally had a skimmer and some filter floss. So you struggle to get nutrients out of the tank. Now it's so advanced. You can't get nutrients in your tank.
But I mean, I'm only going off my first tank. Right? I didn't know nothing about skimming. I still really don't know loads about skimmers. It was all in one, and all I had was filter floss in there. And you know what? Decent lights and decent flow, and everything was thriving. Everything was thriving. I mean, even the SPS, and like I say, I'm no expert on SPS, was doing really, really well. And I was like, this ain't that hard, really. I suppose you're right. If you too much stuff in there to complicate things.
Well, it's these like bio bricks and these spheres and all that. There's so much surface area on them. Once they've been in a few months and they get populated, that's it. You've got no chance of keeping nutrients in your tank.
You got
if I siphon my sump and clean my sump up a little bit, my tank goes to shit. I'll get dinos and everything. I have to leave it a bit dirty, otherwise it just goes crazy.
I mean, look, my tank at the moment, like I say, I was busy today, but I thought I'd chuck a video out on the stands and this, that, and the other. And the sun was glaring in, and my elegance coral was, it just loved it. It was like, mate, this is proper sunshine. It's all right. The tank didn't like it because it goes green, but it's just hanging at the moment. Do you know what I mean? And I ain't touched it. I ain't done a lot with it. I've even forgot to change the filter floss and the sock and everything. So it 2 weeks nearly. And
Yeah,
it's,
so
it's
the
better
thing is, you've
now
got
than
yeah, you've got softies and LPS, so
Mm.
your tank's gonna like that dirtier water.
yeah.
In the chat, we've got a lot in the chat here. So super low nutrients equals Dino Kickstarter. That's what Mark said. He said he's just beat himself. Seattle, message Ailey. She's the queen of the WhatsApp.
Yeah, just if you want to jump in the WhatsApp group, just either myself, Paul, or Ailey, just send a message and we'll put you in.
You've got Ryan. He said his nitrates are 10, his phosphates are 0.07. And then Ailey said, let me take that away. The thing is, one person says one thing and someone else says another thing. The next thing, everyone is running unstable tanks and not knowing why, which is true.
Who said
And
that?
then Mark's wrote, less is more.
Yeah, see, I agree with Mark there because all I run in my sump is a skimmer, and there's some biospheres in there, and that's it.
You see, Mark?
That's all you need.
Just a skimmer.
I've got the Clarity, which I think the Clarity is good, but too good. Do you know what I mean?
What's that rolling machine?
That's the roller. But what the thing is, like at the minute, I'm running 0.01 phosphates and 0.25 nitrates. Like super low. I'm on like a knife edge. But no matter how much shit I keep putting in, my skimmer's not been on for 3 days. You know what I mean? So my skimmer's been turned off. The Clarity's open just to get all the shit flowing through, so it stays dirty.
But like my nitrates, right? Every tank I've ever had, and my nitrates has always been high, but my corals are all right. I'm not saying too high, like dangerous levels, but it's always been high. But I don't seem to have a problem. Maybe like you said with the SPS tanks, you've got to be more stable. I don't know, but I think like you said, Woody, the SPS and the LPS is pretty easy going, to be honest with you. But I say that, I mean, you can still kill it all.
Oh yeah, of course you can. Yeah, I can't keep LPS in my tank. It's too clean. I can't get it dirty enough.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
They last a few months and then they just slowly start withering away. The only thing I've got in my tank is Duncans that are doing well. Other than that, everything else, I had trackies, scollies, everything, and they all just.
And some beautiful Blastos I sent him and he killed them all. You know what? I actually found them Blastos in my tank. I didn't even know I had them. Did I, Woody?
Yeah.
I remember when I found them in my tank, I'm like, what are these? And it was only like 2 little half dead heads on it. And Woody said, the Blastos or something. So I took them out, didn't I, Woody?
Yep.
I put them outside of my tank and they grew to a massive, beautiful colony. And I sent them to Woody and he killed them.
Anyway. I had them for a couple of years. And then they died.
Yeah, good point.
They look good for a while.
So let's have a look in this chat again, see what people say. Because the thing is, we need to start going into the chat because otherwise, when people are engaging, we don't engage with them.
He used Vibrant to beat it or something. See, Vibrant's good, but it's an hard one because it will.
I use Vibrant and it was good. It was good, Woody. But
it is good. It is, but it does. It's a carbon dosing. It's a type of carbon dosing. So
if you don't do it right,
if you don't do it right, it'll drop your nutrients and you'll be banging trouble.
Well, that's when my tank crashed in a way, Woody, when I was using it, wasn't it?
Yeah, you've got to be very careful with it. It's good stuff, but you've got to be very careful.
Oh, when your tank crashed, what do you mean by crash? What did the whole lot die or
everything from the fish to the corals, the lot, everything. But the ICP test came back saying it was fine.
Jesus.
So Chris is gone.
That tank, I see that tank. That looked the absolute nuts, man. Do you know what? I wasn't going to float your boat on it, right? But it did.
I know it was fucking amazing.
I was like, seriously, that was nice. That was the next one. It looked the same. It's a bit of time. Get there.
It's getting there now. Like things are growing like mad at the minute. But like I say, I'm on a knife edge, so I've got to be careful. Used to run my tank at 50 plus nitrates. Tank was booming. That's Mark Ebb. Now, he just had SPS from top to bottom.
You can't argue with that. He's right, isn't he? It was. Yeah.
And oh, hang on. We've got someone here. We've got a special guest. Hello, Steve.
I've got to have a word.
Hey.
Where'd Cole go?
He's here.
He's seen you and went, fuck that.
No, babe.
Yeah, Esther, I'll look at that video as soon as this live stream's over, which is it's only going to be on for another 15, 17 minutes. As soon as I've had a look, I'll have a look at your video, and I'll see you on the next stream and talk about your octopus. Esther's got an octopus, would it?
Yeah, I just see that in the chat. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have a look at that. So, Seymour.
He fell asleep again.
Yes, mate. Oh, yes, mate.
Right, we're talking about dinos. Have you had dinos?
Oh, many times.
How do you get rid of them?
What?
Well, the foolproof method I use that's worked for me most times is a UV sterilizer. I think even in combination with everything, I've had dinos where you put a UV sterilizer on, and then within a week, couple days, they're gone. And then I've had the type where, hey, what up, Carl?
What's happening, bro?
You're good? All right.
Right, you know, people are going to be listening, and you stopped halfway through. Crack on.
Yeah, but then there's other ones where you gotta like blow it off, and go in with a turkey baster. I think the UV still gets it, but you gotta go in with a turkey baster and like blow it off, and you gotta do that for a couple of days, maybe a couple of weeks. But I mean, I think every time I've gotten rid of dinos, I've done bacteria and stuff in it, but I think it's always the UV that gets it.
Yeah, so I normally what I was doing with mine was just every day I was siphoning it into my filter sock, and then obviously clearing out the filter sock, put a new one in, and it just slowly just beat it. I added more fish, got a better bio load in the tank, and it just obviously raised the nitrates, phosphates, and it just fizzled away.
Max, there's different types of dinos. Some are not affected by the UV.
Yeah, because
right.
I've heard that. I've heard that some of them, because they don't enter the water column at night, the UV doesn't get at them. That's why you got to go in and blow them off and do that. Kind of blow them off, get them into the water column and get the UV, so the UV can have a chance at them. But I think every time I've had dinos, it's always been like a zero. It's either been a brand new tank that I've set up with like dry rock that's never been in the tank before, or it's been like zero nutrients. Like I think the last time I had dinos in my nano tank, even though the nano wasn't new, I went in and measured like, zero nitrate, zero phosphate, zero phosphates with the ultra low range. So that's been the common denominator every time I've had dinos. It's just been like zero nitrate, zero phosphates.
Mark said here, small cell, amphimedium, or however you spell it, needs killing with eye silicates. So one of them, you need eye silicates to kill it.
That's easy enough. Just let your RO membrane get dirty.
I was going to say, yeah.
Or just use tap water. There you go.
Yeah, use tap water, but
probably cause other problems.
Just put the dechlorinator in it, and it'll keep the silicates, won't it? You just don't want the chlorine in your tank, do you?
Well, sorry, our water in New York City is too clean, so that wouldn't work. Excuse me.
Oh, sorry. I forgot about New York.
It's clean. It comes with you get 4 or 5 thingy, but when you put it through a bloody membrane, it comes out black, would it, doesn't it?
Yeah, so much copper and whatever in it, I think, in it. See, my TDS out of my tap is about 360. It's well high.
Yeah, mine's 64, but when it goes through the membrane, my membranes are so clean. Very, very clean. So the water is very clean, but TDS is 64.
Yeah, I don't think our water, it's kind of, it doesn't have a high TDS, but in terms of like content, in terms of dirt and stuff like that, it has a lot of it because New York City water is very good, but because it's flowing through old pipes, it usually picks up a lot of, I don't change my membrane in like 3-4 years. Whenever I change my membrane or stuff, it's just because I just decided to change it. But my sediment filter gets dirty pretty, and it's always manky.
But Mark's tap TDS is around 30.
Yeah, it's the reservoirs. There's a lot of reservoirs around there, would it? Well, you think about it, Buxton's only up the road, would it?
Yeah, if I had 30 straight out the tap, I think I would just use a DI pod.
You know what, Woody? For the first, I've only had an RO unit for 4 years, and I've had a tank for about 9. And for the first 5 years, I literally just used a DI filter. I didn't know better, because that's what my friend used, but I literally just do slow flow through the DI filter, and I still only had to I still only had to replace it like once every year, I mean, my DI filter on my RODI system, it's never gone bad. I've always just felt like, all right, I've been using the same thing for 2 years, so it's just time to just get rid of it and just, do it.
But now you put it through a filter before you do that, and you see how dirty the filter gets. Do you realise how much shit is actually in it?
Yeah, but I know there's a lot of stuff in it. It's just but to be
I've
honest,
seen yours. I've seen your used ones, and I can't believe how dirty they are. After 2 years, mine it still looks brand new.
Yeah,
Yeah.
our
Yeah,
water,
same here. Mine's when I changed mine, even though my TDS is quite high, when I changed mine out, it's still not that dirty.
yeah, we
Yeah,
have, but in
I don't know
in
whether
New
it's
York,
because of the
though,
RO unit I use. I don't know. It might be the RO unit I use.
in
but
New York,
it's-
we're battling like a collapsed pipe somewhere. So
Yeah.
that's one of the reasons they do tell us that, there's like a collapse, because our pipes are like 150, 200 years old. They've been just carrying water, no pumps. It's just UV and fluoride and some stuff because our water is so clean when they get it upstate. So we have a collapsed pipe, so they had to build like a bypass tunnel, and they're rebuilding.
So how often do you change your filters?
Who, me? Or
All of you.
Me,
every 2 years.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've had this unit I've got now. When did I give you that one, Paul? The one you've got?
The Aqua Expo.
So what
2
was
years.
that? 2 years ago. Yeah, and I bought that one, the one I've got now new, and I'm still got the same filters in it.
See what I do? I change mine every Christmas. I'm not talking about the thingy one. What you call it?
The
The
resin.
Vertex one, Pure
Or
Tech.
what's the big filter called? The expensive one.
Oh, the membrane.
Yeah, the membrane. That I'll change every 2 years, but the others I change every year. I change them at Christmas every year.
Cole, are you muted? Because I can see your lips moving, but nothing coming out.
No, he's not muted. He's not
I'm
muted.
not-
He's just that he can't get a word in edgeways.
I'm just listening.
Oh,
I'm
there
just
he is. There he is. I can hear you now. I thought you was muted then, mate.
On your RO unit, you must have the resin at the top, because my resin, that's the one that goes. It goes clear after about a year and a half. You have to change that. I'll change that.
Yeah. That's about right. If it's changed colour resin, but don't
Yeah.
ever change it when it's fully gone. You need to change it as it's like when there's about a quarter left in it. That's when you change it.
Yeah, I'll wait until it goes near enough white.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean. But it's about 2 years, to be honest with you.
Yeah. I've got to see what I do.
And green.
Yeah, I'm on a water meter. So like all the water, wastewater, it's a lot of wastewater to use constantly. So what I do, I use a filter. So I've got one RO machine that does my water. The wastewater goes into another RO machine.
Yeah,
And that RO machine produces water out of that one, and the waste comes out. So I can get a barrel. So I get 25 litres on only half a barrel of waste.
Paul, that's clever. Who told you to do that?
I don't know.
so Paul, Paul, I'm doing the exact same thing, but the only thing you need to do is I
know what you're saying, but the only reason I'm doing it all the way through again, just so I can get more of the water out. If I just did it through the other one, Seymour, I'd get more wastewater. If I do it all the way through and it takes even more shit out again. I know what you mean, but just by having double membranes and that.
Yeah. I cut mine in half literally by doing that.
Yeah.
Because you don't need to sediment filter it again. I see what you mean, but you don't need to sediment. You don't need sediment again, because that second sediment and carbon block is basically pulling out nothing because it's already been.
Well, do you know what the good thing is? When it comes to 12 months, I swap that one to that one and then just change them ones. That's what I did last time.
Yeah, my second membrane. I mean, I don't think when I put the second water saver on, I put my old membrane as a second membrane. Even when I opened them last year, they were, my membranes don't get bad. I just, but like I said, every 2 or 3 years or whatever, just to, whenever BRS has this sale, I just swap them just because, it's cheap and it's better to preempt any issues you have.
Colin, what's your TDS straight out of your tap down there in Devon? I bet that's quite low.
So Colin's just sent that there. That's after 2 years there.
Yeah, I see it come through, but didn't look.
Well, let's have a look at that's his filter after 2 years.
Who was it that said their
Mine
TDS
is still crystal white after. Do you know what I mean? When I change mine.
Yeah, 67. This one is.
Mine is like 20 because I have like a 4. I measure I measure like I gotta check it again, but sometimes it's as low as 20. I measure 4 different. I take TDS readings at 4 different. Like I take after the first membrane, I take after the second membrane, and then I take after the DI. And sometimes, because now it's under the sink and it's harder to read the TDS, but sometimes it's going in, it's like 20, 22. I mean, after the first membrane, it's 0. After the second membrane, 0.
If I was coming straight out the tap at 30, I would go on RO Man's website and buy their, I think it's a 7-litre DI resin pod.
Yeah, the big metal one.
And I would just run that straight off the tap, and as fast as you've got that tap turned on, that's how fast you would make RO water.
But suppose though.
What's that, mate?
30.
No, I'm saying mine ain't. Mine's like 360.
Yeah, my I think it was about 2 something, but that's low, isn't it? That must.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Whoever that was, Paul, who was that in the chat? Can you see it? Who said there then comes out the tap at 30?
Mark, innit?
That's what I'm saying. I would just run straight big DI pod and straight out the tap, and you'd make RO water as quick as your tap run. You make 25 litres in about 15 seconds.
So you're not concerned that maybe there's something in the water that doesn't register as TDS, because for something to register TDS, I think it has to have like an electrical charge. So
it's usually minerals, isn't it?
Yeah, suppose there's, because like for instance, mine has a lot of sediment, but those don't register. It's still low TDS.
Yeah, that's probably why your membrane is black after a year or two. Yours like a rusty colour, isn't it?
Not my membrane.
I mean, no, your
Oh yeah, no, not after a year. What are you talking about? After like 5-6 months, it's like that.
Well, what you could do, you could run it through a filter, then straight through that big thing, would it?
Yeah.
Run it through a micron and then through the DI pod.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got a lot of lead here, though, haven't we? In England, a lot of lead pipes, right? If you've got oldish house that ain't been reading.
I was going to say older houses. Yeah. I'm all right. Mine's a new one. Woodies is a new one.
And to be honest, a lot of our issues here are the individual buildings might have issues. The water. I think I heard something, and they say a lot of the crap you get in water in New York is the building itself. Maybe a little bit of sediment, but if from where our water originates to the 3rd floor of every building, there's no pumps required. But I think I've heard that if it's over 3 floors, they pump it up to like a water tower on the roof, and then it drains back down. That's why when you're looking at, hey, what are you doing? That's why when you're looking at like shots of like, New York City, where you always see these big water towers on top. That's why. Yeah. So they pump if it's over 3 floors, they pump the water to the tower, and then it gravity drains back in. So I think that's where a lot of if they don't keep those towers clean properly, that's where maybe a lot of the crap or bacteria.
Clean until it gets to the flats, doesn't it? Or whatever. It's usually 9 times out of 10. Some houses, and quite a lot of houses, to be honest with you, as soon as it comes in off the road, it's okay. As soon as it hits the lead pipes and starts running into your house, that's where all the crap is.
Yeah. I use 5 micron on my RO unit.
That's what's on mine, 5.
Yeah.
I ain't got a clue what's on mine.
Probably the same, mate. Most of them are.
You can buy packs. I think I've seen a YouTube video where they got a really, really cheap TDS. What's it called? I forgot what it's called again. What's it called? The membrane. So they've got a really, really cheap one. They've got an expensive one. And the cheap one worked. And it worked really, really, really well. Just half as long as the most expensive one. You know what I mean? So they're saying, if you buy a cheap one,
if you're getting a reading of 150, 200, like Woody said, he's at 300, but your tank looks stunning. It's not. Is it that bad? Do you really?
Yeah, because when it comes through, if it's running through RO, it comes out at 0. So no matter if it's 300, 30, if you run it through an RO, it all comes out the same.
I think a lot of places here, I think they get their from a company called Dow. The problem is that like bulk resupply rates it for 75 gallon for most membranes, while if you buy it from Milev's Reef, you'll see him rated for like 100 or 150. So BRS will give you the bare minimum rating where if your water's cold or you don't have a booster pump. But I think other people, like another company here called Buckeye Hydro or whatever, they're giving you the rating under perfect conditions. So that's for the membrane itself. In terms of like the sediment filters, there's a big difference because I got gift cards from my mate Paul. I tried the Marine Depot sediment filters, and they were absolute crap compared to the ones I used to get from Bulk Resupply. I think Bulk Resupply has this membrane that is like tiered, where like the big particles get caught on the outside, and then as the membrane gets towards the middle, like the rating goes down. So maybe you have 100 on the outside, and by the time you get to the middle, it's like 20 or 30. And I use that, and it works well because the outside gets clogged, and then it goes in. But the Marine Depot one that I've tried, they're just crap. Like when you open the package, you could feel it feels cheaper, and it just like you gotta change it after a few months. It's cheap. It just feels cheap.
Marky, see you later, mate.
See you later. I've got 3 arcade machines already, buddy.
He's crazy, isn't he?
Yeah.
This is you don't have to be really polite on here.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh man, that was my game when I was younger. That was my game. I loved it. Always Donatello.
Anyway, guess what? It's 12 o'clock, and guess what that means?
Oh, don't you even bother.
I've got work in the morning, man.
Right, you could do another half hour. Don't be a tart. You ain't got to do a lot of work tomorrow. It's Saturday.
I mean, yeah, like 2 hours of work. How much sleep do you need to do that?
We're just getting on good topics and all that, and you want to go to bed?
Yeah. You know what?
I'm going out tomorrow after work.
What does that have to do with us?
Look, Cole's in bits.
Okay, but
oh my God, you funny. Fucking dies,
Cole's got bedhead before he's even got in bed. Look.
I'm going to get me a baseball cap or something, like a right tip with his but I don't care at the moment.
Oh, you ain't got to worry about.
I'm just going to have some coffee.
You ain't got to worry about us.
Let's have a drink.
My dog's playing with Peppa Pig now. Look.
Is it Roger in it?
Best finished sex toy. I said sex toy. He's just jumped on, gone. You're going to bed now.
Oh, what time is it in New York then?
7 o'clock, mate.
Yeah,
5 o'clock. Negative 5 hours, mate.
5 hours behind.
Yeah. So that means when Paul calls me at 4 o'clock in the morning, he's already done working. 4 o'clock in the morning, my time, he's already done working.
What you'll see, Seymour sometimes will be a bit of a cunt, right? What he'll do, he'll go in the chat when he knows all of us are in bed, and he'll start typing messages.
That's why I turned that pinging off, because I took my phone up and I was thinking, it's 1 o'clock in the morning, man. Seriously.
I normally ring when I'm on my way home from work about 3 o'clock in the morning, because it's only like 11. Yeah, it's like 10, 11 o'clock for him.
10 o'clock in the night.
Yeah, he's like,
I was surprised one time. I was surprised one time when you rung me, like, I'm on my way home from work. I'm like, I'm on my way home. And I'm like, mate, it's just 10 o'clock here. I didn't realize.
Sometimes we do get told off Jenny. Jenny tells us off something.
Oh, yeah. If we do the messenger chat, it pings on her phone as well. So when I get home, she goes mad at me.
Yeah, well, let's keep doing that then, Paul.
I don't want the rapper, Jenny. No, you're all right.
Listen, it's when you wake Poppy up. That's it. That's when you're in trouble.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna change my name to Chris Roast. So let him get change my name. And Paul, you change your name to Kyle, and I'll change my name.
Seymour, is that Carl? Cole.
I don't. I'm just Kyle.
Oh.
Do you know what? I'd say it must be a London thing, Woody, because all my friends call me Bestie, and you're the only one who calls me Bestie. The rest of them go, Carl. Carl.
But that is a thing.
I can't take the piss because my mum's a northerner.
But I think it is
So
a
I
London
can't
thing
take
to
the piss.
call people by their surname to
That's
give them
what
a
it is.
nickname. Yeah, it is a London thing. Yeah, that's why I'm
It is.
called Woody. That's the only reason why I'm called Woody. Everyone knows me as Woody. It's only because of my last name. Every now and again,
when he met his missus, because every time he's seen him, he got a Woody. Whoop, whoop.
every now and again, someone will call me Dean, and I'll be like, "Who's that? That's weird."
Well, that's what I'm saying. Everyone calls by his second name. It's a London thing, isn't it?
It is. It definitely is a London thing. Yeah.
Raven said, just all change your name to Craig.
Oh, that's a tragedy. That name, horrible.
Yeah. So
that's it. I'm going to bed now.
hold up.
And a super chat. Ailey, stay awake.
Yeah. See, that's it. You can't go now. She's just bought £2 worth of your time.
Oh, I'm very precious over it. Move away, shitty ass. Ugh. Get off me.
Thank you, mate. Look, see, nothing wrong with Londoners. We know that.
That dog. We love that dog. Look at his ears, man.
He looks like a bat, doesn't he?
Oh, that's one ugly dog.
Look,
bro.
looks like a bat.
Hold up. I was on the scene. Are you off that eating?
Where are you? He's walking around Brooklyn. Look.
Yeah. I'm at the laundry, mate.
Bedtime.
7 o'clock. I'm about to make myself like a strawberry daiquiri.
Fine, when you go bed.
Some amaretto sours.
Paul, see, he's definitely got a drinking problem, isn't he?
No, that's Paul. You
Hang
mixing
on,
me up with Paul.
is he on the piss again?
Yeah, he said he's gonna go and make some strawberry daiquiris and some amaretto sours.
Yeah, is he pissing?
You're missing me up with Paul's missus.
Oh, hey. Oh, you're not joking. She come on this morning. She rang me up to be pissing down. She goes, pick me up from work. I went, all right. She's got 2 bottles of gin. All right.
So she was drinking on the job. Ooh.
I don't even think I've got any alcohol in my ass.
In your ass? Demo's got alcohol in his ass.
I don't know.
I'll smuggle it.
You're not a big drinker.
All right. Come here, man. I'll stroke you.
That dog, man, he's lovely.
It's when I stop stroking him. If I stop stroking him, watch. Ready? He goes mental.
Amy, if I say bedtime to my dog, she says, leave me alone. I've got work in the morning. No good in your ass.
Have you been eating shit? Because your breath smells like shit.
He's probably laying there thinking the same thing about you.
Hey, I've just washed my ass, so I'm all good. You should know that. You was on the phone to me while I was in the bath.
Oh yeah, you put the camera on by accident, didn't you? Well, you said it was by accident. Yeah, exactly. Oops, I accidentally put the camera on, and I did, and that weren't with me fingers.
What's happening to Colin?
Craig,
he's there, isn't he?
No, your mate was still on mute.
Oh no, yeah, he's gone there. That was Chris. He's gone. His phone was playing up.
Yeah, I don't think you can reach the phone. I think somebody put it on the top shelf. I can't get it. So.
Arowana 007, what's popping Reef King?
Don't know, not a lot. Ready for bed, man, to be honest with you. And I've got bed
in Michael's stream before, I tried to do a super chat, right? Saying sub to Reef King to get him to 1,000. It won't let me do it.
Do you know what?
Won't let me do it, would it? And I tried all different ways to change it. But it won't let me do it. It won't let me put anything like subscribe or sub or anything like that in it.
That must be something that Michael's putting into it, eh? Like a Reef bot sort of thing to say.
That's it, yeah.
Just because it's promoting, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what? I tell you, I mean.
Yeah, but I see some people promoting, going in everybody's groups and promoting stuff. You know, that's funny.
And as Seymour saying, he's reefing with us. If you want to subscribe.
No.
Yeah, I can't. I mean, for me personally, right, I can't see the problem. I mean, I've got. I don't know if Neil's Reef, yeah, and he's only a beginner and that. I subscribe to his channel. I
Yeah,
want
so
to
have I.
invest in
So
that.
I watched his videos the other night as it goes.
I'm telling you, one of his videos the other day when the fish jumped out the box and he's freaking out, I just thought it was hilarious. And I subscribe. Who cares, man? Do you know what I mean? Who really gives? Who cares? It's saying that, Paul. You haven't subscribed, have you?
I have.
No, you ain't.
Yeah, we have. Look on your thing.
Have you?
Paul subscribed to Carl, not Cole. So I think you gotta.
Best.
Yeah.
It's a
Oh,
lovely
you're
thing.
subscribed to
Absolutely. Oh, to Mike? No. Oh, which one are you talking about? Sorry, I forgot.
Cole.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Cheers. Thanks, mate.
No problem, mate.
At the end of the day, I mean, it is what it is, isn't it? I mean, I remember when I first went on Michael's channel. I think I had 27 subscribers, and I didn't really know how to. And I said to him, I said, hey, subscribe to me, man. Show me some love. And he went, if your content's good, you'll get subscribers. And that was it.
Oh, you farted. Get off.
Okay, fair enough.
No, I'm not. Fucking stink.
That sounds like Michael right there. Oop.
Oh, Greg's in. What's
Oh,
up, Greg?
Greg Carroll. Oh, Greg.
Look what he's written. Holy crap, O's awake. Everyone knows you, O.
You know what?
You know who Greg Carroll is.
You know what? I think I thought I would get some love from my own peoples, but I guess not.
Correct me if I'm wrong, right? And I might be on this one. I swear blind about 6-7 months ago that you used to do like a live stream on Insta, because I come on it a few times and you was talking about like not the Reef bot but that kind of stuff.
Oh, me?
Am I right? Am I wrong?
On Instagram.
You might have been on. That might have been on Greg's stream.
Yeah, I think you're mixing up the two.
Hang on a minute. That's racist.
No, because I remember. No, because him and Greg was doing streams before, weren't they? So I used to watch them on Instagram.
No, because
listen, that's a racist way. That's a racist way of thinking, that Paul.
Right, I remember because I swear blind it was an O. I know there was an O in it, but there was also Rico's as well. And he used to come on, and me and my son when I was plastering, I took my boy with me, and I'd say, I'll get Rico on, he's gonna go for it, he's quite funny. And he was quite funny as well. But I used to watch the both of you, but I don't think none of you do it anymore.
If it was me and Rico, then we're talking like 3,
that would have been
ago.
That would have been about 3 years ago or so. Yeah.
No, not together. Separately.
Oh right, yeah.
Oh, that's probably Greg.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Greg Carroll.
were...
Yeah, Greg does stuff like that. Seymour used to do it on YouTube.
On a Thursday, wasn't it?
You need to start doing it again, Seymour.
Thursday Tech Talk or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, you know what? I don't have a MP40, so I can't do a live stream. As soon as I get a website,
well, funny you should say that, because I know someone that's selling one. Right? Hang on, let me ask him. Woody?
Yes, mate.
How much you want for that website?
To you, it's absolutely free. To anyone else, it's got to be 60 quid, isn't it?
Greg said he's only been doing Instagram for a year, so it won't be Greg.
Yeah.
No, he said about 6-7 months ago.
Oh, months, yeah. Yeah, so it could be Greg.
Yeah, I think it was. I remember he used to always be on Greg's streams. They used to talk about stuff.
I thought that was
No, it might have been on Greg's stream.
Yeah. I used to go on Greg's streams a lot, and they used to talk about that stuff.
I used to turn it on, and I used to just flick on there and be honest with you. You talking about all like apexes, and it went way over my head. I was like, right, I'm off. See you later.
Yeah.
But Rico's, he had some pretty good stuff. He was like in his basement and stuff with his he's got a massive tank, man. It was like showing pictures of his tank.
Not anymore. I think he's broke all that down now. That's gone. He's sold it.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I mean, I don't know. Like I say, I didn't know you boys then, but yeah, he had the big, massive tank. I thought, man, that's proper sweet.
I tell you, he should have been on 2 or 3 years ago. We used to have some brilliant streams with everyone.
Oh, they used to go on all night.
How long have you lot been reefing then? You must have been reefing for fucking ages.
Oh,
I mean, I've only been 2.5 years.
I've been reefing 15.
Greg said, "What have you been on his streams? He's seen you."
Yeah. I've been on Greg's streams a lot. Yeah, but
See, he doesn't rate.
Yeah, so I'm saying, I see him when I'm at work, but I can't jump on him. If I'm at home and he does a stream on Instagram and it's late, I'll jump on it.
I usually catch him up afterwards. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's why you'll see me for like a liking about 6 hours after you've done it or something. When I'm awake.
To be fair, Greg always says hello to me when I'm on there. Always says hello.
Do you know what he does to me?
Yeah,
he's a really nice guy.
He is a nice guy.
Is it Florida? What he does, the Reef Palooza?
I think you need is still here and Greg obviously himself, but I think ain't Greg one of the Reef Palooza founders or something like that? Ain't he?
Yeah. Seymour. Just being ignorant now.
Yeah. What's up?
So what is he the founder? I know Greg's in the chat, but I don't know if he's...
No, he's the president of the Southern California Reef Club, and they're the ones that started Reefapalooza. So he's the president of the club that started Reefapalooza.
Yeah, he is. He's LA. He's in LA.
Biggest reef club in America.
Cool.
He runs the Cali show. Yeah, he
does them all. He runs
the Cali show. Yeah, that's what we've got to do. If next year, if all this COVID we need to go to Reefapalooza. I've done the Magna, so I want the Reefapalooza now.
Honestly, I thought Magna was pretty crap.
Yeah, it weren't the greatest. It was a bit.
You're not supposed to say that out loud, Paul. You're supposed to be diplomatic and say,
"Oh, right." I didn't think it was crap. I thought it was pretty shit.
No, it was a little bit of a letdown. I must admit, for all the years that I've been wishing to go and wanting to go, I was a little bit let down. And
to me,
being in Vegas, I thought it would be brilliant.
Yeah, to me, it seemed more of a trade show, not a fanboy show.
Well, I think you always mix up Reefapalooza with Magna. Magna wasn't my cup of tea. Like, it wasn't. I'm not a sit down in a class and listen to a lecture type person. Reefapalooza, you see all your friends, you see a lot of Cora.
Yeah, so Reefapalooza is more hobbyist based in it, more coral.
Yeah.
We only did Magna because it was in Vegas, and we thought, Vegas. Whoop, whoop.
Yeah, that's why we went.
That's what it were. We'd need to go. Do you know what? I'd love to go to California at the end of it.
I think we went because we thought our money would be safe, right? But I think we were wrong.
What? Say that again, Seymour. What did he say, Woody?
I'm not repeating it.
I think we went to Vegas, so we thought our money would be safe, right? And I'm not talking about gambling.
Why did your money disappear,
No, mine was fine. I think I left mine on the window. What about yours, Woody?
Mine felt a little bit light, if I'm being honest.
Oh, okay.
Hang on, Michael started to do a UK Reefapalooza. When? Where?
Oh, is it called the Aqua Expo? Because I think he copied that from somebody.
Hang on a minute. Since when was that Michael's?
What, the Aqua Expo?
Was it really? I don't think so, because I started doing it 2 years before Michael, and then Michael joined us, and we did it as a collaboration together. So no, it wasn't Michael. I was actually, me and Mark Ev actually was the co-founders of it. We started doing it. So me and Mark did it for 2 years, and then when Michael joined, we did it the third year with him. So there you go. See, Raven.
Are we going to America next year? I'm up for it, man.
Yeah, if everything's fine with this COVID and we ain't got to quarantine when we get back in that.
You put the hotels on the WhatsApp, didn't you? They look stunning, man. They look nice.
That was I think that was Gal. Gal was doing all that. Yeah, he was getting right into it, trying to sort it out.
Would it be in Florida?
What's that? What, the Reefapalooza?
Yeah.
They do. Was it 4 a year normally? Is it 2 in Cali and 2 in New York?
No, like California, New York, Chicago, and Orlando.
Yeah.
See, the Chicago one, I don't think will tickle my fancy. The other three, I've been to Florida too many times. But
yeah,
I reckon the California one, and the New York one's boring, would it? Because,
is it because O lives there?
No, it's because when we walk, it might only be like 2 blocks plus 25 minus 15.
Oh, can't keep up with us when we go for a walk. He gets the hump.
That's a London. That's another British thing, isn't it? We walk everywhere. Just
No,
walk.
no.
Not-
No, this guy. No, this
listen.
guy is wrong.
Cole, you walk, ordinary people walk. Woody does not walk anywhere. He drives across the street.
You've got to walk, man. You explore, innit?
Listen, if I'm in New York or Vegas or anything like that, we don't stop walking. We walked from, what was it, 47th Street all the way down to the World Trade.
To the Friends building, yes. Don't
To
have
the
to repeat it, yes.
the friends, but we walked absolutely everywhere. I think it
Yeah,
worked out.
it's
We've done like 14 miles in one day or something of walking. But when I'm at home, I don't walk nowhere. I've even got an electric scooter. I've got an electric scooter I take from the living room to the toilet.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen Wally, the TV, the Disney cartoon thing?
No.
Right. Well, do you know that big fat people that are sat in the seats where they don't do anything? Woody, come on, you know I'm right. Woody's seen Wally. Hang on a minute. Normal people walk. Right. Hang on a minute. Let's get this straight. So Woody, let's just talk about Vegas for a second.
Go on.
When we thought we'd walk the strip, right?
Yeah.
And then Seymour was 64 blocks behind us because he was bollocks.
Remember when we had to go into that shopping mall and get him a bottle of water because it looked like he was going to pass out?
Hang on a minute. Right, but I've got to give like Seymour the benefit of the doubt. On the last day.
Oh my God. Londoners only walk because they can't afford a bus ride.
Yeah, that's why we live in London, yeah?
Exactly. That's why, we've got the most expensive buildings and rent on the planet.
Who really?
Yeah, I don't know where he lives. He must live in Dubai or something like that.
Have you been on a London bus?
I was on a London bus.
He was on one today, weren't you?
I walked 40 minutes. I got on a bus, and do you know what? I'll be honest with you, it cost me £2.50. I've got a car, I've got a van, I've got an R1, right? Not pushing everything out there. And I love the bus, but it smells.
I think my car costs more than a London bus. Why am I going to get on a London bus?
Do you know what? To be honest with you, I got on it. I thought, all right, to get home. I was like, mate, this cab thing's done me head in. I got on that bus. And it was all right. It weren't bad.
I really hope this arowana don't live up north.
Or South London.
Oh, yeah. South London?
Yeah.
There's some nice parts of South London.
Wait, do you know what? Dulwich, right? If you go to Dulwich in South London, I dropped a woman off in Dulwich, well, the whole family off in Dulwich. Their house, mate, was absolutely massive. And I guarantee that's like 1.5 easy. Easy.
Well, look at like the South Bank and all that, all along there. It's lovely along there.
I mean,
It's lovely,
Brixton,
the South Bank.
nowadays, Brixton, you'll get a 2-bedroom flat is about 700-800 grand in Brixton.
Yeah,
That's a
that's
lot
what I'm
of money.
saying.
But then it's everything's going up. It's crazy, the prices. It's just stupid, man.
I think a garden shed in a certain part of London will cost you £1 million. It's ridiculous.
Well, I pulled up off Knightsbridge. Like I said, when I was in a cab, I pulled off Knightsbridge, opposite of Harrods, like, well, it's Brompton Road, really. I pulled up, I thought, you know, I'll have a cup of tea and a sandwich. And I get out of the cab to stretch your legs. And I had a look in the window, and an opposite Harrods, 3-bedroom top apartment. How much do you reckon that? Opposite Harrods in Brompton Road.
That's millions, surely.
22 million.
Yeah.
I was like, seriously? And it was, in all fairness, it weren't even nice. It was, I don't know, you know, when they have all the gold touches here, there, and everywhere, I was like, no, it's not my thing, really, but someone likes it.
Why you didn't get it, Cole?
Sorry? Well, not for me. Not at the moment, to be honest with you. But New York's expensive as well, isn't it? Oh,
Crazy expensive that
New
is.
York, would you say that's on par with London?
I'd say it's probably worse than London.
You reckon?
It's got some of the like craziest real estate prices on the planet. They've got apartments that are at $80 million.
I mean, well, the people must be earning it. But
Yeah.
Especially the ones in Brownsville, those are expensive like that.
I think Tribeca and all that, innit? Oh,
Tribeca, Chelsea, yeah,
yeah, that's and
Chelsea.
Greenwich and all that. That's
I think Chelsea
that's
in
all the
London
crazy
is
prices.
Chelsea in New York. They're both expensive.
Yeah, crazy.
Well, it was funny. I picked a fella up. Geezer jumped in the cab. He went to me, "Can you take me to Gucci?" I went, "Yeah, no problem." So I drove him to Gucci. He said, "Can you wait?" And I love it when they say that because I just leave the meter on. So he jumped out, went in Gucci. It was ages, come out with all of this stuff. And then he went to me, "Can you take me to Dolce & Gabbana off Sloane Street?" I said, "Yeah, no problem." Right, nice fella. Don't get me wrong. He was really nice fella. You can tell he had a few quid. Took him all the way down there. His bill in the cab come to £72. He was an hour. I was like, mate. But he had all his bags and all. I said to him, "What did he buy?" He said to me, "Bought some suit, man. It was something like about $3,000. I was like, "Wow, nice." But you get with it.
Me and Paul got a black cab back from Heathrow after New York to Euston Station, so Paul could get the train home with his wife, and that come to 90 St. quid.
Yeah, actually, what time was that in the evening?
Nah, we got back. Was it afternoon? About 12, 1 o'clock.
What, in the afternoon? Oh, that's not. I don't know. Saying that. Heathrow. Was it a Saturday?
Is that by Newark or New York?
I can't remember when we got back. I think, Paul, what day did we get back from New York?
It was like a Monday or something, wasn't it?
No. You're saying it wrong, Woody. It's Newark, not New York.
Yeah, New York.
No, we flew back from JFK.
Oh, you talking about that trip? I thought you were talking about when we went to Vegas.
No, that was Vegas one. That was Vegas. What day what was we back on? A Monday or I can't even remember now. It was about 12, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, wasn't it? We got back to get the cab to Euston, the black cab to Euston. How much was it? 90 quid or something, wasn't it, Paul?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because I usually pick up off Wardour Street, and if I drop to Heathrow Terminal 2 or 3, 2, 3, or 2, oh, fucking.
We was Terminal 2, weren't we?
1, 2 or 3 usually comes to about 82 quid, something like that.
Yeah, because you pull up, you got the bloke standing there, ain't you? And he asked you where you want to go, and we said, how much is it to Euston? And he called the cab driver over, and asked him. He went, it'd be sort of 80, 90 quid.
Yeah, he's a
we went, yeah, right, no worries.
Cool.
Just wanted to get home. It could have been.
I was in bits. I had the worst jet lag and all that. I was in bits. I couldn't wait to get home. I was meant to have been at work that night as well.
Did you go from Euston and then back up north?
Yeah.
Oh, how long did it take you to get from there then? A couple of hours?
2 hours, 20 minutes.
That ain't too bad.
Then it's like 10 minutes on a train from Manchester City Centre to here.
Oh, I bet that was a long one, wasn't it? When I come back from Florida, mate, I had a party to go to. I felt like I've been up 24 hours.
Yeah, I was in bits. It's the worst I've ever felt coming back from New York, I must admit.
Yeah, it's a long one, isn't it?
Yeah, I was meant to have been at work that night. That didn't happen.
You work nights though, didn't you? Didn't you? What did you work most?
Yeah.
I mean, I struggled with the nights, to be honest. When I was in the cab,
I hate it, mate. Absolutely hate it. I've been doing nights about 10 years. I hate it. Right,
I'm going to sleep.
Lightweight.
I've got freaking work at 6:30. Well, 6:30 I'm getting up. So yeah, I'm going.
You shouldn't have been on Michael's stream for so long.
I won't do a stream tomorrow because I'm going out, but I might do on Sunday.
All right, well, I'm back to work, probably back to work Tuesday night, so we'll get one in before then.
Well, I could do on Monday night. I could do on Monday night.
Yeah, you only work Tuesday, are you?
No.
What's that, mate?
Again?
Do it, son.
Bye, Seymour. Say again, Cal.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go because I feel hammered as well.
Oh, yeah, I'm going. Right, everyone. Thanks for joining. We'll do one again very, 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 very soon. And,
who's still here? Is there anyone actually still here?
Yeah, there's 13 people still here. Loads have dropped off.
Oh, bloody hell.
People are just jumping on that weren't even here before. So, all right, everyone. Catch you soon. I'm going. Right. Bye. Night.
Night, everyone.
I'll catch you tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll give you a text before I leave, mate.